हेलो गाइस। आज देंगे कॉन्टेस्ट 124 स्टार्टर्स 124। 2 मिनट लेट है हम लोग, बट कोई नहीं। आज यार 5 तो हो जाना चाहिए ना। देखते हैं, चलो ठीक है। बाइनरी पैरिटी, फर्स्ट राइट एन इन बाइनरी, ओके। कंप्यूट एस एन, ओके। बाइनरी पैरिटी ऑफ इज अ पैरिटी ऑफ, ओके। इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन। कितना है बिट? 10 की पावर 9, राइट। सो 10 की पावर 9 के हिसाब से count will be plus equals to if one LL of bit and n is not equals to 0, right? And then we just need to see out the count. Oh my god, man, thank you. I'm so mad. Or session as I need to even slash n जल्दी आ यार, come on. Okay, you are given n table legs of different strengths. The pillar I can bear, okay, and will break if it has to be a, okay. You would like to construct a table using non-empty subset of these table legs. What? For example, if the empty, okay, maximum possible weight of the table that can be built out of this n legs without n legs. I don't get it. How 4? Placing, okay. I don't get it. So my point is, why are you? ये हो गया, ठीक है। तो क्या बोल रहे हैं? कितने equally distributed each of them, for example, with 4 legs, okay. Out of this n legs, can be without breaking, right? ब्रेक करे बिना कितना बन सकता है, ये पूछा है। तो आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन हियर. और मोर इज इम्पॉसिबल, बट 3 इज पॉसिबल. 2 and 3 में 4 कैसे पॉसिबल हो रहा है? बिकॉज इफ यू गेट 4.5, I don't get it. So if you place 5, it will become 2.5 and it will break, right? So it will be just minimum into the n, right? Simple as that. If I do sort all, answer. Answer is maximum answer what AR of I into n minus you have a string as consisting of lowercase letter. You can perform the following operation: choose two indices, swap them. Okay, you always like unity to find the minimum operation required so that at least one character appears in S. What? Okay, continuous fashion manager. Okay, I got that, I guess. So basically, you need to find the minimum number of swaps needed for that. Bringing all A somewhere, right? Okay. Why the first answer is 0? Oh, at least one character should be there. Okay, at least one. That's very interesting, you know. 1 minute. Any one character should be occurring continuously in the. Okay. So basically it will be. So if I get the indices of them, then there should be a better way of doing this. Right. So if I do that, right? So if so instead of bringing all of them here, you should bring this there, right? That's very interesting. So assume all of them are continuous already. You want to bring them here like that. I can do that, but it's very weird. If all of them needs to end here, then they cannot be ended there. Oh, I can swap anyone. I don't need to swap adjacent ones. No, I can swap anyone. So I just need to calculate the array maximum count in this range, right? No. For every character, I need to calculate which subarray have the greatest range. Something like that. Right. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. So if I do this kind of thing, vector into count 26,0 for auto be in count, or for auto be in S, count of v minus a plus for int I is equals to 0, I less than, sorry, j is equals to 0, j less than 26, j plus plus. Now what I will be doing is I will be going through the range, right, and I will be calculating that PNS equals to sorry, PNS equals to int maximum, and I will also get the count of this in the range, right? So count will be plus equals to if my s of I minus a turns out to be equals to j, then my answer will be plus, right? Now if I minus count of j, that will be plus 1 is greater than equals to no. So if it's greater than equals to 0, then count minus equals to s of I minus count of j. If that value turns out to be equals to j, then I will subtract it from my answer. Now my answer will be equals to maximum of answer comma how many more I will require. That's the question, right? So more required will be is equals to what? Maximum of j, sorry, minimum of me. So I'm doing I ending at I, something that ending at I. So I plus 1, minimum or maximum? I guess minimum. Count of j. Something is wrong here, right? So let's make it count of let's make it ct ct. N is not defined. I don't care about that. My bad. Minus 1. How? I plus 1 in the range, and oh my bad. It should be count of. Something is wrong here, right? Why? So I'm making a window of count j, right? Now I want to calculate how many of them are correct. So here, for any of the point, what is the answer for j? Oh, it's possible that it's not even appearing there, right? So that's why if count of j is equals to 0, then continue, I guess. Come on, man. 0 0. What the hell, man? I said j minus a should be equals to. If that equals to j, then it will be valid. Otherwise, it not will be valid. I guess, I don't know. How? I'm not getting it, man. How? पहले के बाद ही 0 हो जा रहा है, पता नहीं क्यों. How? तो यार उस रेंज में सारे सारे सेम आ रहे हैं। मैंने बोला वेट सेकंड, यू कैन अपडेट द आंसर ओनली इफ द wait a second, the minimum of this will be 1, right? I said what is the range? I will say 1, and all of them are in this range are correct, right? So basically, but I will have to count how many are not in the range, right? So that would mean that these are the incorrect ones, or it could be possible that all of them are correct, but I will have to add the ones that are not correct. What are we talking about, man? What I'm talking about is basically, so in this range, it will be possible that maybe I don't want this. I will just do this if I is equals to I minus count of j plus 1 is greater than or equals to 0, only then I will do this. Otherwise, I will not do it. Right. 1 1 0 0 1 2. Okay. You are given two positive L and R. Consider the array. Okay. Find any array B of length n such that every integer from L to R appears exactly once. What? And for each GCD of AI and BI is equals 1. Okay. If no such exists, then print out no. That's very weird, you know. GCD should be equals 1. There should be nothing common in them, right? That's what you want me to do. What if I shift them by 1? What if I should shift them by 1? So if the difference is odd or even, if the difference is even, then I can shift them. What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is basically 3 4 5 6 and 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 1 2 3, both are wrong. So in the case of even, I know what the answer will be because I will shift them by 1, so that all of them will be odd even, odd even, odd even, odd even, right? And the difference between them will be 1, so GCD will be 1, of course, right? But in the case of odd, when there are 3 of them, then what will be the answer? In the case of 3, what you could do is you could rearrange them in such a manner, like in case of 3 4 5, but sometimes it's possible that वो कोई possible ना हो. मतलब let's say 2 3 4 दिया हुआ तुमको, तो 2 3 4 में दिक्कत है कि स्टार्टिंग के कैसे उसको चेंज करोगे कि वो कर जाए. तुमको किसी एक को आंसर से हटाना है, बेसिकली दैट. बट तुम बोले ऑड्स का मतलब क्या होगा? ओ आई गॉट इट मैन. नहीं यार, तो अगर ऑड एक्स्ट्रा है जैसे कि 5 6 7 है, तो इन दिस केस it will not matter, I guess, because you can do that. But in the other case, when even is more, then what will happen is basically there are some even places and some odd places, right? So when you put the places, one of them will collide. I hope you understand something, right? So basically, if I do even I'm checking if it's possible or not, right? So basically, right, so possible or not, that's the question. They can be two also. So what if 1 and 2? 1 and 2 can also do that. Basically, swap them. Always works, right? So if r minus l plus 1 is greater than equals to, let's say if it's odd, right? So in case of that, you can also do that. Basically, if mod with is equals to 1, greater than 1, right? Then what you can do is basically do l plus equals to, because I'll be doing that, so basically it will l plus equals 4. See out what? See out l plus 3. Wait a second. L plus 2, L, L plus 1. Now for now I want to do a rotate anything, right? So how to do that is basically think of it like I less than r minus l plus 1 I plus plus. So basically I want in case of 5 what will happen. So if you switch them, then it will become 4 5. So if you switch them, then it becomes 5 and then becomes 4, right? So how to do that is basically you have length, right? You have length and you will do minus 1 basically from that, right? I don't get it, to be honest. I don't get it, to be honest. So if the number is something, then you want it to print. You want it to be printed. And you always do that. No? If r minus r minus l plus 1 is greater than equals to, then you got to start from L. You got to less than R, and you got to I. After that, just do C out and L. But there is one case left when the value will be minus 1. What is that case? Is when the evens are greater than the odds, right? How will you get the number of evens in a range? Number of evens in a range is basically r plus 1 divided by 2, right? So basically if 7, then 7 plus 1 8 divided by 2 is basically how much? Is basically 4, which is 2 4 6, but they're on 3, right? So basically it will be add r divided to minus L minus 1 divided by 2. So this will be the number of evens. And odd. Odd will be equals to what? R plus 1 divided by 2 minus L divided by 2. So if number of even is greater than number of odd, then say out minus 1 and then continue. I don't want to check it. First answer is correct, but the second answer is wrong. Where? So if I give it to cylinder 4, it will give me error because there are more number of those minus 1. Okay. What if I give it 4 to 6? 2 to 6. Let me open my computer. Okay. I should just have checked the parity of the endpoints, I guess, instead of making this weird formula. If the parity of both are same, then it would be weird. Because according to me, the why it is not possible is very clear. No? It is pigeon on principle basically. I will explain. Wait a second. So basically, right. So my point was, if the it's very weird because in case of that, if the range is basically 3, then you will jump out of that, right? What I was saying was, let's say there are positions for even and some position for odd, right? So when you jumble it, what will happen is if the even positions are greater than odd ones, what will basically happen is that one of even will be put in the position of even, and that will cause error. Right? But why didn't the similar question happen for odd case? Because odds aren't same. Na? There are different cases in case of odd. I have an idea. You know what? Say vector int answer. Answer dot push back L plus 2 L and L plus 1. Right. Answer dot push back R and answer dot push back print answer. So what I need to check is current I is equals to 1, I less than size of answer I plus plus. If GCD of answer of I comma answer of I minus 1 is greater than 1, then say out false at the rate int f equals to 1, f equals to 0 and break if not f. Okay. Right, so let's in the case of 10 or 5, let's say 4 to 10, 9 to 100, 33 to 5 to 59. Let's not put the answer. So what I'm looking for is basically a false, right? So let's try 9 and 88. Oh, यहाँ पे गलत आ गया answer. Because you will bring 15 back and it will give you error. Why? Because you bought 15. So basically, this was a case of okay. So in the case of odd, what is the problem? The problem is you can't shift it, na? The problem is shifting only. You are doing it wrong, basically. You don't want to check it from here. Wait a second. Answer of I and I plus 1 you need to check it from. I don't need the R, to be honest. Just need the L. False. Why? I'm good. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7, 14. That's the problem. That's the problem, man. So your odd even will not work. GCD of odd even, right? You can get them some things which are basically very close to them, right? So in case of 2, you can do that your own. In case of 1, it will become 4. And in case of but your answer is already wrong. अगर ये इवन भी होता तब भी तो आंसर बताना. इसमें पहले तो लेंथ क्या है? इसकी लेंथ इवन नहीं है अभी. तो why did you go there in the case of 1? 15 minus 6, 6 plus 7. Okay, 7 is the length. That's why. But if I do it 14, no? So what is the answer 14 in case of 14? So in case of 14, it is true. Why? I'm not even getting it. So if it's even, that's the only problem here. Pick one तो होगा नहीं. So we don't need to check this one. One, 3, 2. Very easy. It is supposed. बहुत आसान है क्या? तो अभी करंट जो प्रॉब्लम है वो ये है कि ये जो पॉइंट है ये जो पॉइंट है इन दोनों में, इन केस ऑफ ऑड के केस में दिक्कत आ रही है. जब मैं स्टार्टिंग की 3 को कर देना स्वैप तो उससे दिक्कत आ रही है. बट अगर वो ऑड है एंड जब तक जो रिमेनिंग है वो इवन नहीं रह जाता तो मैं आपको बताता हूँ. सिंपल आई कैन डू दैट आल्सो. while r minus l plus 1 remaining is not equals to 0, then I can do this. I can say in case of 15 what will answer now? It's still false. Why, man? 1, 2, 3. I'm not getting it now. So पहले मैंने लाया 11, 9, 10. ठीक है, तो 11 तक हो चुका था. फिर ये लेके आया, पर इसको लेके आना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि जो रिमेनिंग था अब वो हो चुका होगा. 1, 2, 3, 4 सब बचे थे सब. आई डोंट गेट इट ब्रो. आई एम नॉट गेटिंग. तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक डालना है. इफ आई वांट टू डू दैट, so the answer will be 11 plus 9 plus 3, that will be equals to 12. 15 minus 12 plus 1, if that is even. Not getting it. So how many is made through that? Absolutely correct. Now when you push it by 1, there it is causing the problem. What the problem? The problem is +1 only. +1 की ही दिक्कत है भाई कि वो 7 आया था. 7 कैसे आया? What? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 15 में दिक्कत आ रही भाई. 12 and 15 are both the multiple of. Okay, that's the दिक्कत. तो ये सॉल्व कैसे हो सकती है? सॉल्व तभी हो पाएगी जब इसके पास कोई एलिमेंट होगा जो एकदम इसके पास हो. समझ में क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ? जरा दूर ना हो. ये होगा तभी हो पाएगा. क्या मतलब इसका कि 12, 13, 14. So if I was allowed to do that, तो अगर एंडिंग में एक बचता था बी, लेट्स से एक बच रहा होगा या दो बच रहे होंगे. अगर दो बच रहे होंगे then I will simply swap them. बट अगर तीन बच रहे हैं, अगर 1 या 2 बज रहा है, राइट, तो जब 1 बज रहा है तो आई कैन स्वैप देम. तो अभी अगर जिसकी 0 आ रहा है तो आगे दूसरा आ जाए, राइट. सिंपल पता क्या है, ऑड इवन तो करना है खेल, राइट. To reshuffle it very efficiently. How, man? How? So here everything is divisible by everything. First of all, to ensure that no one is divisible by that, what I will do is I will go in the loop of 2, right? So wherever 2, I will just swap it with them additional. Like now in case of 3, so after this is done, there will be at max 1 element left. At max one element left to be डन, राइट. सो जो एक बचा होगा उसमें कोई भी प्राइम नंबर निकाल और उसकी जगह डाल दे ये वाला नंबर. बट नॉट लाइक दैट. व्हाट यू शुड डू इंस्टेड इज बेसिकली try to put this number in any of the place where this number of course will not be even, because you know that why this number will be odd. So basically this is odd number. Oh, so basically you can do it with 1. No, you can pair it with 1, and then in this case, since you are doing because of that, what will happen is basically in case of odd and odd, so now it will be even and even, and that will give me error. But it worked here, and it won't work here, because basically you can dump anything here. So basically what he did was you dumped 2 here. Now you have 1 less of that. Now basically starting from 3 and 3. It's still on. I can try that basically. Just go back here, and instead of doing that, what you do is basically you do R here, so that your L will be plus equals to 2, and then R minus will be done. Just like that. So it's basically 15, 9, 10, which is wrong, because it is 9. And 9 is already matching with that. So in case of odd and odd, very few. Is it impossible? Wait a second. It is 9, 10, 11, 12 and 15 is the error, right? 12 and 15 is the error and 2. So what will happen is basically if you do that, then it will be 12 and 13, and then 13 and 14. 13 and 14 will work. Then 13, 14, then 15 and 14 will work. Then 15 and 12 again the error, right? The error is here. It's weird, man. Like, let me do it again. Even is impossible. First point. Even is always impossible. Odd even or even odd is always possible according to me because they will be separate from each other. But the point is 12 and 15 is still giving me error. Right? So if I do 12 and 15, it will give me error by themselves, right? It will be false every time. So if you do 12 and 15, it is wrong. 12 and 15 is not possible. 1, so 12 and 12, it's already 1. I don't know, man. How many arrays? Okay, you are given 2 integers n and x. Count the number of distinct at most n whose LCM is equals to x. At most n and LCM is x. Okay, length is at most that. And what could be a? You have to length the difference or okay. I guess that could be done. I guess that could be done. how will you know if two of them are different? I will know that because let's say I exactly know how much I want, right? So for each of them, I should just know how am I going to distribute it, right? So for distribution, one of them should have the maximum amount of that prime number, right? Maximum of the prime number should be available in somewhere, right? So basically, I need to store that maximum somewhere. The question is, how will I have that point? And apart from that, everyone can have anything. That's the point. First point it is that. But the problem here is how will you count how many different are there? How different are there? How many of them are different? To calculate that, man. My AI can never be zero. First of all, that uh, it can never be zero. So that when I am choosing to put nothing at somewhere, it automatically means that it is debarred from the array. It's a good question. I think I can do that, but let me focus on this for 6 minutes. 6 more minutes. Let me see how bad it is. Institution. I don't know, man. Exactly once in B, and for each it should be equals to 1. GCD should be equals to 1. Okay. So first point is always that if it's starting from even and ending at even, it is never possible, right? It is always impossible. First point is that. Second point is now, what if it's starting from odd and ending at odd? So every other case is now very weird because the answer is not available, because in the case of odd routine the answer is false. That इसका आंसर मुझे मिल ही नहीं रहा. Like 12, 13, 14, 15. Tell me the valid configuration for this. So it will be 14, 15, and 13 and 12. Oh, I got it. So basically, instead of doing that, basically what I want to do is you want to swap them. So it will be even here, right? So it will always be even. So since it is always even, that's why I will be doing I plus 1 and that. My bad, man. Okay, finally, Are you mad, man? Are you mad? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that, man? Why did you do that? 30 seconds में से भी कर सकता हूँ मैं. Why? Okay. So basically, whose LCM is equals X. This question can be done very easily, I guess. Not very easily, but this question can be done. So let me submit it first. Okay. So now, you know why I'm doing that. Now I want to calculate LCM should be equals X. What does that basically means is that for every P, you want to calculate the number of values. There is a point, you know what? Either you have it or you don't have it. Basically, you can the value can be ranged from this and this for every one of them. 0 being is missing. So for 1, I can include any of them and I can exclude any of them. So let's say there are 4 positions, and for a prime, I can put 3 in them, right? So tell me, what are the number of ways of doing that? So it's basically that only, no? So at least one of them should have it. To calculate the number of ways of putting the year that. इसकी पॉसिबिलिटी कितनी होगी कि none of them have 3. इसकी पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है बहुत ज़्यादा. नहीं यार, इन सब का जो मैं मल्टीप्लाई करूँ तो आंसर आ जाएगा. Right. So in case of let's say I want to create 12 and I have 3, right? So in case of 12, I need 2, I need 3, I need 2 times, I need 3 1 times, right? So basically, how many ways are there to put efficient number of 2s here? So there are basically 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 3 moves minus 2 to the power of 3, that will turn out to be equals to 9 minus 8. What? 27 minus 8. That will be equals to 19. And here, this will turn out to be equals. But the point is that the only problem here is n. The problem here is n now. What if there is only one of them? Then the problem will be what? It will be 1 to the power of 3 minus. All of them have it. All of them have option to have it. No. Not the option, man. Problem is सारे ऑप्शन है, इस वाले में सिर्फ उतने ही ऑप्शन है, तो इफ आई रिमूव इट फ्रॉम दैट देन द आंसर विल बी वैलिड आई गेस, राइट. I can do it for 2 I guess. So what will be 3 to the power 2 minus 2 to the power 2, that will be 9, minus 4 equals 5. How there are 5 ways to do that. So 1 2 no. So basically, so if it's equals to, you basically have 3 value here, and if it is equals to 2, then you have 3 values here, but you don't think they both are same here. So I'm assuming that I don't have it now, then it will be here. So do value has what? Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. But the problem is now ordering, right? Ordering can be affected too. Very weird question, man. If I calculate the number of prime factors of a number, right, then after that, if I do checking how much I need, you know what the problem here is? The value of root n will be very big because the value of x is very big. So when I do root of this, it will become equals to what? It will become equals to 10 to the power 4, right? Then for that number, you can't do this thing very easily. First point is that. So basically, what you can only do is to get the number of occurrences of a particular prime in the x, right? Now I want this much x for some value, right? Cm should be equals to that. So basically the maximum should be that. So if this is the maximum, then everyone can have anything. Exactly that. But the only point here is I'm assuming that. What are you assuming? क्या assume कर रहे हैं? मुझे ओवर काउंटिंग काम करनी है इसमें. ओवर काउंटिंग जो हो रही है ना, कि मतलब मैं एक को फेस कर रहा हूँ, फिर आई एम कैलकुलेटिंग कि बाकी सब में कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, बट जब मैं उसमें जा रहा हूँ देन वो वाली चीज़ वापस काउंट हो जा रही है. To stop that from happening, what I can do is can calculate कि कौन सी पोजीशंस हैं जिसमें मैं मैक्सिमम एलिमेंट रखना चाहूँगा. राइट. तो अगर उन वैल्यूज में अगर मैं मैक्सिमम वैल्यू रखता हूँ, लेट्स से मैं उन वैल्यूज में मैक्सिमम वैल्यू रखता हूँ, देन उसके बाद से कुछ भी रखता हूँ. तो उसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि number of ways to choose that number, and then after that the remaining positions can have anything. Right. I guess can be done easily. That can be done easily. So basically I'll tell you what I need to do. I will calculate NCX, right, this much positions having this value. Then I will sort those, and then this much value have this much positions will have this value, and multiply with what? Multiply with what will the maximum value that, so the remaining value, right? Remaining value क्या होगी? So basically n minus x की power. Oh, the problem here is now this x, because this x can be very big also. So I was basically doing n minus x to the power mx. How much you can do? Right. I was basically trying to do that. बट मेरे ख्याल से वैल्यू में ऑलरेडी स्टोर होगी ना, NC1 प्लस NC2 प्लस NCM कितना होता है? राइट ऑन. 2 to the power n minus 1 आंसर होता है इसका. तो 2 to the power n minus 1 will be the positions. But the thing is, I was also multiplying this value there. That value was, I have this much options for this much. फिर ये क्या अजीब चीज़ भाई? ये बेटर है. mx की पावर n to the power minus x है. And very interestingly, this value also will be mx to the power n, mx to the power n minus 1 plus mx to the power n minus 2 plus mx to the power n minus 3, something like that. So what this number turns out to be is equals to mx to the power n minus 1 n minus 1. I think it is that only, right? So if I do a to the power n plus a to the power n minus 1 plus a to the power n minus 2 कितना होता है? Plus a to the power 1 is equals to how much? So wait a second, let me see that. Let's say it is 3. Let's say it is 3. It can be also missing, right? So you can also put 0 there. So it is 1 3 1 3 9 27. Let's say I add this all, and then 27 into 3 will be is equals to 81 minus 1, that will be is equals to 80. Let's see if it's 80 or not. It is not 80, definitely. It is 40 only. Wow, man. Wait a second. Oh, I can't do that. And the 1 plus 2. Then I equals to 2 to the power n minus 1. But यहाँ पे डिवाइड बाय 2 ही होगा. I don't know. Let's check for this for 2. 27 3 से कितना होता है? It is basically is equals to 81 only, right? So in case of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 31 minus 1 equals 31. 20. Right, 31 तो हो रहा है. But यहाँ पे नहीं होगा. क्यों? Because it will be is equals to how much? वो माइनस 1 नहीं होगा. मतलब क्या होगा माइनस? ओ मैं समझ गया, माइनस 2 होगा. नहीं. 81. I want basically to switch it off. How to switch this particular thing off? In this particular scene, all of them are set. I want to switch it off. That's the real question. So I was saying that oh, I got it. Divide by n minus 1. Something like that. But what if the values are? You understand that this basically that, right? So the for p and let's say I'm calculating for n length. You can calculate for that bit basically. P length. That's a big problem here. So let's say it is basically 2 to the power of n minus 1. But why are you adding it separately? You should do it some other way. But what other way? I'm talking about the count, man. How many there can be? There can be at max 29 of them. Factors, right? So I think I can do that basically. I can do both them value. There is a very big problem right here. How many are missing? $81 लोग ने कर लिया. So. You can't do that. You can't do that, man. For every n, you can't loop over their values. I don't need to loop over their values. I just need to somehow calculate that how many ways are there to distribute a prime in how many ways are there to distribute. Let's say this is the first value where the value is x, right? And since it's the first value, then everyone here can be mx plus 1 choice, and here you have mx twice, that will be 0, 1, 2, 3, only mx minus 1, and here you can choose anything till mx plus mx, right? Like that, and then but you know what the thing is, there is what the thing is, some of them, the problem is length now. What do you mean the problem is length? The problem is you gotta do it using n, right? So according to me, for each and every number, what will basically happen is there will be two things. First will be when, since this much has already been calculated, therefore each of them, the value will be mx plus 1 will be multiplied with them. First of all, that would mean that mx plus 1 to the power of no, basically you have to add it to the answer, right? So basically it will be because each of them will have that thing with them. First point. Second point is, let's imagine that none of them have this value. So no, basically it will be you don't have that, and let's imagine a way that you will have that, right? Basically. Don't have this, I have that. Basically all the ways where you have that, and it is not one way. Let's say there is only one way of that. Imagine that there is no value with that. So in that case I do that, and then For each of the values, the answer will basically be the multiplication of that number side. Can't do that, I guess. That's very easy, guys. So for the first value, dp of 0 of not having it will be equals to how much? It will be equals to x minus 1. I don't know, man. I don't know if dp is necessary here, but I like to use that. I would like to use that. I will also be using mapping here because I need to do that. Come on, man. So what was done? All prime factors of number GOG. Let's first copy that very fast. This is the code. I just need to implement it fast because I think I can. Int n comma x in n comma x. So answer is basically equals to this vector int ans. Vector int right. So while it is true, what I want to do is I want to make it, I want to increase it, right? Similarly, when I'm here, I want to increase I plus plus and increase n here, right? I will have map of int comma int count, and I also need to, to be honest, don't need any other thing. I just need count. So let's say count dot clear, and then prime factors of x, print p count. 3 comes 1 times. Okay, nice one. So now I don't need, to be honest, I don't want to do this. Right, I don't want to do this. So what I can do is I can take here code equals 0. So it is basically code, right? And so whenever you want to add one, how to add it here? So code plus equals to count of code is not equals to 0. Wow, man, you're so intelligent. So now you will say that what the hell did you do that? Why the hell did you do that? Why the hell did you do that? So it is because of a thing. That is, now I can put a vector here. What is happening? So advance I value will be equals to this only, right? This is also when I'm talking about maximum value. Right. Now what I want to do is I want to look for these values, create a vector of, or basically what I can do is I can create a vector here and no vector of vector int dp of n vector int 2, 0. Or do you need more values? I don't know. I think I will need more values, but you know, I don't need anything. Like let's say this is the first value where the value is coming. So how many ways are there? So in the case of that, there are only one values, but only some values, but it will be calculated after that, I guess. But I don't think it will be calculated because you will be calculating. So no, man. So if it works, then also I am not very confident in sharing the solution. And parent of one. Now on a case and vector int of 2, 0 right now or int. Oh, to be honest, I don't need this now. I don't need to store it for every n. I don't need to store it for every n. And basically do this. So ndp will be equal to. So wait a second. First of all, let me give it 1. Okay. So basically, for int I is equal to 0, I less than 29 I plus dp of I will be equals to what? Uska without that will be equals to 1, and with that it will be equals to 0, right? There is 0 way of doing that. So new dp will be equals to what? Will be equals to this only. Just that key for int I is equal to 0, I less than j j less than 29 j plus j plus. Actually, there is only one way of doing that, and there is only one way of doing that through that also, right? So let's say Without that, it will be count of I, because you can do 0 also. What do you mean by 0? 0, 1, 2. So 0, 1. Okay, and that, and without that, it will be 1. Right. So I'm talking about that only. Now, how to increment the answer? My answer is basically 0. To increment the answer, what I need to do is, so will have a TNS value which will be equals to 1, I guess. Do TNS multiply, कैसे multiply करूँगा? Number of ways, right? Number of ways will be equals to what? या फिर I can include that, but I have to include that now. dp of 1. Having that, I have that way. If count of I is positive, only then you can do this. Otherwise, it is 0, right? But it will not be 0 ever. If it's ever 0, then I can do that. Right, and then answer equals to answer plus TNS with mod key value, but change the value of mod here. Now, for each and every j, what I need to update is basically, this will be basically NDP will be equals to what? NDP of 0 will be equals to not having क्या होगा? Not having will be equals to कि अभी तक जो तू नहीं ले पा रहा था, अभी भी उसको मत ही ले, वैसा कर दे, dp of j of 0 multiplied with count again, count of j, I guess, and यहाँ पे mod लगा दे कि यहाँ पे मैं नहीं ले पाया, एंड NDP of j of 1 कि जब मैं उसको ले लेता हूँ तब क्या हो जाएगा? देन इट विल बी इक्वल्स टू, या फिर ले लिया या फिर अभी तक नहीं लिया था, अभी तक नहीं लिया था बट अब मैंने उसको ले लिया, समथिंग लाइक दैट, एंड योर TNS will be equals to what? TNS multiplied is equals to NDP of I comma 1 mod कर दिया मैंने. Now dp is equals to NDP. You know, I can break it also. What? So let's try to fasten it a bit. So यहाँ पे आंसर बता रहा है क्यों? 29 बोला था मैंने. Is the error because of this? I don't think so. Could it be because of this? Okay. Unatis, bro. Unathees. db is equals ndb. Is it because this? No. Then what is the problem? Count of j can't be the problem because count of j is basically 29 only. So I think you can do that. So let's try to comment this part out. Something is wrong. But what? Segmentation? What? So you are creating a way too many arrays. I don't think that is the problem here. Is it? Is it the problem? If it is the problem, then I can do this. You know what I can do? This and this and dp. And instead of initializing it every time, I can just override it. Right. Like that. What is the problem? Count of j. Oh, this is the problem. 3 is coming out to the answer, which is somewhat wrong. Right. 3 is not the answer. I can do it on that number also in itself, right? So let's imagine for 3. What will happen for 3? Let's imagine this way, right? Let's say there is only one number, right? So this is basically 1 and basically 2 because there are only 2 numbers, right? So for 1, as I said, the value will be a count of 1 that will be equal to 1 and this will be 1. So this is basically not and basically यस इसमें है हो रखा ऑलरेडी. तो इसमें अगर नहीं हो रखा एंड वो नहीं हो रहा चाहिए तो इस केस में तो क्या मल्टीप्लाई करेगा? यू विल मल्टीप्लाई बिकॉज इट्स ओनली 1 देन यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई 1 only that will become 1 and when you want to get the value of yes, so what could you do is basically you can calculate the previous yes कि वो पहले से ही हो रखा है into 1 plus 1, so it will become 2. So answer will be what? So answer will just be is equals to this is the point is basically when you have this you have some more values here when you have it already and you can also create it by yourself now. Okay. Yes. इसको डीपी के साथ होगी नहीं मेरे ख्याल से, पता नहीं क्यों. You know what I can do? I can just rewrite, override the values. You know how? Just go here, and I need to use the dp of j of 0, right? So basically, what I will do is I will do temp will be equals to, or I can do this. No, I can update this first. So it will become dp and dp DP. And I don't need this. Faster execution I was. But chal, ab now I am happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Oh my god, man. What the hell is this? तो हो चुका है पोजीशन दोनों. अब क्या करना है? 2 3 4 5. What to do now? What to do now? What to do? 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 I'm thinking क्या करना चाहिए मुझे? 124 का है यार. यार मेरे अंदर वो नहीं है, मेरा ना गला दर्द हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो मैं इसकी सॉल्यूशन अपलोड नहीं करने वाला. क्या कर दूं? हाउ मेनी है इसको मैं एक्सप्लेन कैसे करूंगा यार, दिक्कत हुआ है बस. Make it one. Make it one was very weird. यार मैं तो नहीं कर रहा इसमें, मेरा ना गला दर्द हो रहा है सच में. तो अगर तुमको मन करे, वैसे मेरे मेरे ख्याल से डीपी में इसमें जरूरत है नहीं. इसमें सिंपल कॉम्बिनेशन से भी आंसर आ जाएगा. कुछ कुछ होगा मैथ का फॉर्मूला जो मुझे आने रहा था, इसलिए मैंने डीपी लगाई यहाँ पे. एंड बाकी तो ठीक ही है. एंड तो मैं उसको बंद करता हूँ. एंड आई एम होपिंग कि तुमको मेरा स्क्रीन कास्ट देख के समझ में आ जाए. वेरी shitty assumption, but it is what it is because I am tired. So good night, bye.